3, 2, and hello and welcome to another fine episode of dkgWELP, the Drunk Kids Gaming Podcast. I am your host, King Kaz. I'm joined as always.
The timing was so close.
Perfect.
I almost had him.
Nope. No, what's up, everybody? We're here again for another week of bullshit that we fucking talk about from the internet.
Yeah.
Whoop, whoop. Yeah, this is a show where everybody's awake during it. Yeah.
Well,
No,
presumably. We've still got a whole.
I got ahead
podcast
of
to
it.
get
That's
through.
how you do it, so no one can make fun of you. I got ahead of it.
No. We're gonna air our laundry now.
You don't want to step into that pile.
Yes, I do. Fucking, we did 24-hour
This
live.
motherfucker.
We did it, boys. We made it out of October. It's November.
Yep.
Halloween's
October.
done. We did the 24-hour live stream. We did the whole Spooptober. I'm tired of scary games.
And as
You were
always,
tired, all right.
Yep. As always,
Speaking of tired, the thelordnikon's here today.
no fuck.
Segue.
I got ahead of it, boys. I did it again. Untouchable, old Teflon Curly.
Gonna keep
So what
coming
we're
back around.
trying to get into is that Curly fell asleep again during his 24-hour stream.
Okay, you know what? And I was leaning
Again.
into it with like, hey, I'm totally sorry. This is funny. Let's make jokes about it during it because I was deliriously tired. But come on. I made it so far. Not only was it longer than 24 hours because obviously I went to work like 6 hours prior to the 24-hour streaming. So I was at 30-ish hours of being awake and
Yeah.
drinking and not. It's like that thing where you ever take a road trip with a bunch of people and everyone's like, dude, you drive, man. I'll totally keep you awake. I'm gonna play some sweet tunes on the radio. And then you get to that like 9 o'clock and everyone in the car is asleep and you're alone. And you're like, you guys are fucking dicks. I had to sit here and stream. Well, I had 3 of the members of DKG community in my household around me. I have my sister in the other room asleep. And I'm like, motherfucker, everyone's passed out. The lights are off. Fucking someone lit like a scented candle. Like, I was like, what the fuck am I supposed to do here? I'm trying to whisper not to wake anybody up. And then I get to the final thing where I'm not supposed to technically talk, and the show is going on, and as soon as I did my first switch, I was like...
No. You made it. I say you made it 3 switches in or whatever, and we're going through the show. We're just boom, 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 boom. I'm like, holy shit! I'm gonna hit the time limit today. Fucking T2's gonna be happy. The show's gonna be nice and fucking crisp, and we're gonna fucking make it through it. And fucking Mike's like, man, Pet Vet's answering all my questions, and I'm like, what the fuck? I look over, and it's still on Pet Vet, and it should be on Averin. And I'm like, the fuck happened? And I was like, well, maybe Curly got up to take a piss or something. And then
And all of a sudden,
Y'all
you
left
just
me, man.
hear it, and it's like the best
he's
part
out.
was everyone is wearing headphones, and they're just turning their head to see if they can hear it better. They're like, there it is. It's right there.
yeah.
No, Tim, that's what I sound like when I sleep. That's real.
Oh my god,
Oh,
it was
no, no.
ridiculous.
It's-
Oh, that's real. Curly sounds like
Oh,
a
that was
fucking
absolutely real.
Godzilla mixed with a bear, and they had a baby.
And you
That's
gotta
what-
imagine. You gotta imagine. That's like
Sounds like
me.
snores.
I'm like this back here, and that's what you.
Like it just sounded like you started in another room and then got progressively closer. And I'm just like, wow. It's just like, you can hear him fucking Inception deeper into the fucking like.
Nah.
He's just in levels deep.
You guys only got the
Pet
audio
Vet
version.
saying, it was so fucking loud. Try being in the same room as him and trying to sleep. That's what conventions are like.
Oh man, you know who?
That's why Curly sleeps in the tub.
Yeah, buddy. That's why I sleep in the tub.
Murder.
Hashtag tub. No. What you guys didn't see was the my. You know. Everyone does this when you try to play off like you wasn't sleeping.
Oh no, we
So-
heard that conversation.
Because on my end, I'm like, my sister's like standing here all of a sudden. I'm like, she's like, Curly, what are you doing? And I'm like, no, what? We good? No, I'm playing games. Like, what? Like, I'm fine. I'm like, what? And I look over and the podcast is going and everyone's in chat. And I'm like, oh, I can't play this off. Like, I'm like, oh, damn.
Because like we're all trying to call you, trying to call Jessica, and then just oh fuck, nothing's working. And then we finally hear her come out. Because I was gonna cut it. I was just gonna be like, we're done for today. Thank you for coming out. I'm fucking
JP
sorry. We'll
had
turn
his
the fucking-"
finger on the trigger to just kill it.
And then like just faintly in the background, I hear
Curly?
Curly, Curly, Curly. Like,
Yep. Nah, it went smooth though. I think it went smooth as hell.
Curly.
Yeah, no, we recovered from hitting that fucking iceberg somehow.
There was an earlier time where I almost fell asleep was when everyone else was playing Mario Party, and I was just like, "Yep, this is where I go." Whatever. You had a nap. Shut up. Y'all had naps.
Yeah, because the last time I didn't have a nap and then tried to do that show, it was a tragedy. Like there was a fucking 12-car pile up, and 3 people got murdered, and 2 people got pregnant.
I think it's official, man. I think when I do them, I gotta just sleep beforehand. I can't try to do it after work. I can't do it after.
No.
Try to do it after work and after you've been at a bar for 3 hours.
Well, we started drinking at like 11 that morning.
Work.
Yeah.
Hey, whatever. I got a lot done at work. So what? We drink on Fridays. It's what it's all about.
I'm just don't do it after on Fridays then.
Well, you gotta lean into a weekend like Saturday. I don't even know where Saturday went. I'm telling you that right now.
Slept.
No, I woke up today. That's it.
Yeah, you slept.
Yeah, that's,
So we did the podcast. I went to bed. I think I made a sandwich. I took it to my bedroom. I woke up later on it, and I ate it.
Makes sense.
And then it was Sunday, and I'm like, well, that's that day. That's gone. Whatever.
Time. I will also fill you in. I
woke up to Kaz fucking livid, and I was just trying to work. I was talking him down off of a roof. I was so tired. I was just trying to work him down because he was just like, snap, snap, snap. We're done with this podcast because I'm gonna get the fuck off the internet. I hate these fucking assholes.
Later, my mom was just like, "What are you so mad about?" I was like, "No, it's all right. It's cool. We resolved it."
I get the last, not the last 24 hour, but the one before that. Curly also fell asleep. I want to bring this story up again because I got a text at like 7 in the morning.
That's about the time.
In
it was
Seattle
like 7,
on
yeah.
April Ness's couch from JVZ saying, "Can you kill the stream? Curly's asleep." I wake up to my phone going, bzz, bzz. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Who is texting me at this hour?
You should have been watching. Sorry.
Because I'm going to be perfectly honest. I was drunk. And
7 in the morning. Yeah, so was I.
That's the drink.
Yeah.
and I get a text from JVZ like, kill switch. Curly's definitely passed out on stream.
And that's why JVZ also has the kill switch now.
I don't know. I don't feel so bad for this. I don't feel so bad about this.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah,
I mean, I will say we recovered a lot better than the previous one.
The part of the show that I caught was really good. Although I can tell you right now, one after trying to talk Kaz down and then getting the show back on its train tracks, and then just seeing how angry he was as he was doing it, I was like pinching myself trying to make sure I didn't fall back asleep. I'm like, oh God, can't do it again. I'm not gonna do it again. Like, hold my eyes open. Nope.
I would have just been like, no, I'm done. Like, fuck these monitors, fuck everything. I'm done. I'm out.
Just push it over.
Yeah.
It was good. It was good. I think we had a good show. I think the show's gotten really great. I think you guys are contemplating pulling it out of beta, pulling that fucking.
Yeah. So this is what we're gonna do. For those who care, we're gonna do 2 more episodes. We'll call that a season of the beta. We're gonna just clean up the things that we know we need to clean up. Try to get some new bumpers. We're gonna change the name of the show as well. For those who care.
How's the API stuff that T2's working on?
I have no idea.
I thought that was the original.
He's down in that lab by himself.
He's
got that deadline clock going.
Yeah. But yeah, so we'll probably take off and come back. I guess in the new year is what we'll.
That's a good idea.
And that'll give like me, Mech, and Sunbun some time to just pre-write some episodes, have them already done, maybe pre-guest out some people for shows into the future. And like I said, just change things up, get some new graphics and things like that, and like really make a good push at it, and making it a nice, cleaner product.
Speaking of guests, for those watching now or listening later, there might be a special guest next week that isn't one of us.
We rotate the guests all the time.
Dan back.
Is Dan back?
Can this be Dan again? Can you have Dan on the same podcast twice?
Still
It's
says
the same
pre-show.
guest. Go on.
It still says pre-show up over here.
That's
But
fine. No,
while
that's not on the stream. That's just for you guys.
Oh, okay. Well, while we do that, we'll go ahead and transition.
So far,
Can we
so good.
fire him already?
Just keep it
Because
going.
like, why do we keep him around?
I'm waiting to see if he's gonna play the news bumper first. Is what I'm doing. God.
dkgWELP. Let's fill that knowledge hole. It's Kaz's news bag.
Yo, what's up? How you doing? So this week I think we have some relatively good stories because it's chill podcast. Whenever Miller and Nikon are here, it's fucking chill podcast time.
It's your best friend's over. You take your pants off. You're just enjoying yourselves.
I figured as the colored commentary for this podcast.
Whoa, whoa, whoa!
I
You froze on a perfect fucking spot. Your actual webcam was more disgusted with your choice of words
Straight up froze.
than the rest of us. You surprised your own video. Oh, it ain't coming back.
back.
It ain't coming back. It ain't coming. There it goes.
Oh wait. That was-
So this is something that is.
That audio.
Let's just give a good 5 count for the Lord Jesus to clean up that fucking area. Just give him a
Curly,
touch.
Curly,
Oh,
can we
no.
keep God out of this?
Yeah, right.
Oh, no.
Now.
Boom. Am I back?
You're back. You're good.
Back. We're
All right,
good.
here we go.
A miracle has happened.
Like I was saying, it's a pretty well-known fact for most. I would say people just in general that white people like cheese. So I'm going to take it there. That
I gotta interject immediately. Do other people not like cheese? I thought this was just universal.
Yeah, I thought.
I didn't know there was color boundaries.
I've been to a lot of parties in my life, and I will say
white people like crackers.
They don't have crackers and cheese at the spread at a
Ain't
fucking
no
party.
crackers at a black party.
All right, what do they have at the black party, Kaz? They don't have crackers and cheese.
Did you just let it loose to the white world that you guys have secret black parties and don't invite any of us? They're like, God damn it, Kaz! It's been 100 years of this shit. And we have not getting caught. Now you go and tell everybody.
The guy gets black party.
Yeah, you think you be invited?
I have to sneak in. I'm like, I'm with them.
I'm with them.
He holds up his arms like, look, I'm with them.
Just don't turn the lights. Don't turn the lights on.
I came with Tyrone. Tyrone, your cousin, baby daddy cousin.
They're like, we don't use Tyrone anymore. It's not the names that we use.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I apologize.
White people took that too.
No. All right. So this report claims that cheese can be as addicting as any other drug. And I forget where all right. So the Yale food, was it Yale? Who did this fucking study?
Yale food addiction scale.
Yeah. Says that, and I'm going to click on this Yale addiction scale because I probably should have clicked on it earlier. But cheese ranks pretty high for having addictive properties, which I don't know. I'm not like gung ho over cheese.
Yep.
So
I want to point out that as I was looking over the articles before the podcast, I was definitely eating cheese when I saw this.
Yeah, no, I can confirm that cheese is quite addictive, and I'm happy that the study has come out because I fucking will get down on some cheese. You've know this. I canceled streams for cheese.
yes.
Yeah, it's canceled.
This is another thing in our history that Curly canceled shit one day.
You get
to
cheese
go to
belly afterwards. You're no use to the internet after that. Just fucking after eating a Havarti and Gouda fucking grilled cheese sandwich with tomatoes and grilled onions, caramelized onions. You just gotta lay down and talk to no one.
No, like fucking. I forgot what we were supposed to be doing, but I just remember getting like tweets and messages from Curly that like, oh no, it's not happening. Grilled cheese day.
Yeah, I was just informed. I'm sorry.
Like, No, that's not. No, like you can't. You do.
See, the thing is, so I guess it releases all these opiates when it's being digested. So that makes a lot of sense because I said cheese belly. After you eat that shit, the real time where you get to just contemplate life and just fucking have yourself a little spirit journey is when you're laying down afterwards. And you
little known fact: the C in the real C Miller actually stands for cheese.
Oh yeah.
Love some goddamn cheese, man. You got some old Gouda? I know you got.
I was asleep. I saw dancing mozzarella sticks. It was freaky, man.
I mean, the thing.
I will fight somebody for some mozzarella sticks. Mozzarella sticks are cool.
Taking it back
they're
to
addictive, man, right?
taking it back to slightly racist colored commentary. Or what's the Kaz say? Colored commentary?
That's you, Kaz.
Is that what we're going?
Colored commentary.
Colored commentary. Is it just a white people thing that do like cheese platters when you go to a restaurant? Does anybody else order cheese platters? Or it's just a piece of wood with a bunch of cheeses on it? Maybe
Are
some
there
olives.
any resident Asians in chat that can confirm that side of the scale?
Because I've gone on full dates where we've had nothing but plates of cheese of different, like, just plated different styles of cheese.
Yeah, no.
We need to.
I've gone on a date and drove 2 miles out of town to go have cheese served to me on a fucking cutting board with some olives and slices of meat.
Wine as well, I'm assuming, at least.
Yeah, some wine.
Wine and cheese parties, man. They're legit.
Yeah. But obviously that's still like an upper middle class thing to do, is like fucking wine and cheese parties.
Oh no, we're poor.
People invented platters.
So when you come over to my house for a wine and cheese party and I just plated like craft singles,
Some crab singles on a fucking
it's some bologna.
paper plate.
Our resident Asian says we just treat cheese like a snack. We don't love it like white people do.
All right.
You know, onion mince to cheese.
Confirmed.
I love me some craft singles too. I don't give a shit.
That shit.
All right,
You eat that stuff and you won't shit for days.
Yeah, it gets all plastic up in you.
Okay, hold on. Actually, no, because it's not real cheese. But I will say, as a kid, I got down on some fucking string cheese. Like, we would go to the store and I would grab the pack and start eating it.
Are you one of those fuckers that eat string cheese? Like you just bite into it, you don't string it?
Oh no, I string it. I string it. Gotta
that's
string it.
gross.
I like to string cheese because I had a long phase in my childhood where I just really liked interactive foodstuffs. So if you got to play with the food, unstring it. I used to do weird shit. Like
Reverend Puck, a DKG wine tasting and cheese platter, craft singles bologna with a fine Kool-Aid Merlot.
You know it. I used to eat all of the bread off of the corn dog first, and then eat the hot dog part. Just a weird. I like to take as much time as I could with my food for some reason. I don't know what weird phase that was. I still haven't explained it because I just remembered it. But yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna move us into another story, which this one I think really will somewhat. Yeah, no, it was hard to get out of cheese.
Did you get the wrong
Talk
cheese?
about cheese for days. We got 3 white people here. We love
you
us
could
some
say
cheese.
that it's addicting.
It's hard to get cheese out sometimes.
God, love when Miller's here. All right, so this international collegiate VR contest featured some very interesting VR things that I think Curly, being a man who loves the virtual reality, would be interested in.
I can say without understanding any of the article, the first picture looks like dude is using a sex machine of some kind.
It does
Not
sort of
sex
look that way.
Yeah, that's. I mean,
it's a pants
what
wet
I'm into.
simulator.
Look at the screen. Curly's hiding behind Gaz.
Didn't read that, huh, bro?
Sometimes your camera resets, okay? You know.
But yeah, so some of these interesting things here is a Japanese a virtual reality contest, whereas a pants wetting simulator. There was that, so you could have the experience of wetting your pants if that's something you're into. I guess not myself.
I can do that at home.
This motherfucking fuck website, Kaz. God fucking damn it.
with the
I just spent a
screenshot of
good
YouTube.
10 seconds trying to find out why this video won't fucking play, and it's a picture of a fucking YouTube player. God damn it.
Oh God.
God damn it, Gammit, man. That fucking makes that's like missing the last step when you think there's another one or something.
Hold up.
Hey,
Scroll down.
Keep going.
What's this? What?
That's
Keep going.
hand splitting simulator.
And then there you go.
Right there. It's a simulator that makes you think there's another step. It's great.
Yeah.
Oh, that is the worst feeling. If you could bottle that and sell it like a drink, oh, that'd be the worst.
Oh my god. Yeah. So these are a bunch of like just weird fucking things that people came up with at this contest, and they're fucking hilarious, dude. Like there's one in here that is a whisper simulator, like a creepy whisper simulator. It's like I don't even fucking know. I'm so scared of virtual reality now.
Goddamn Japan.
One thing we broke.
Hey, it's international. It's not just Japan.
I mean, is it clever? Or I mean, you could do. Okay, whatever.
I just think that we could be doing more important things with VR than
VR.
I know, but
you know,
money
just
went
college
into
students,
this.
man. This isn't like professionals messing with it.
Poor girl. She's gonna have fucking nightmares for weeks.
Just
dude,
missing that step, man.
I opened this article and I'm like looking through it. I'm like, it's kind of funny. I don't really know. I got to that. I was like, this is fucking hilarious.
This is perfect. This is right up our alley.
Oh my god, yo, she misses that step hard.
Oh no, she doesn't lift her foot high enough to get to the step. Whatever. Here's the actual video. God damn it. I don't know. How does this thing just make? I don't even know. How do you make yourself think you're peeing?
Water on yourself.
So you
It's just warm.
Oh, they're actually just. I mean, that you're just getting your. Okay. Well, I think they're just pouring it through a thing that you're wearing on you.
Where he just
this poor
threw
man.
it.
No, that's pain. What's happening to this poor man? His legs are where they should be.
What?
I think it's simulating him being a bird.
I think he was trying to blow himself in a tree. I have no idea why this exists.
It's
He's in a bubble.
No, that's Japan.
What is that?
I think they're climbing on a ceiling.
I think it's
this is
simulate crawling.
riveting podcasting. But no, these are fucking interesting, like weird ass things.
They are cool as shit, though.
Yeah, no, from someone who's been playing with this shit, dude, it is a fucking freak show when it comes down to like the feelings that can be invoked by the simplest, silliest demo. And I mean, I don't know how many of you guys specifically were here during when we had the VR over at Sam's house or Steve's house, and Steve's actually gotten to play, or but Sam has gotten to play with VR before. Very specifically because David has the Oculus, but he's only played certain things, and people that know Sam, like he's pretty reserved with his like how much he actually likes stuff. Like a lot of the times, it takes a lot to get him like really interested in something.
That underwater
I got him in that thing, and I was like, because I gave it to Steve first, and I was like, oh Sam, you've done this before, right? And he's like, oh yeah, I've played with it plenty of times, and I'm like, all right, I want Steve to play this one then. And then I gave it to Sam, and he was playing that underwater one, and just listen to his fucking ass just sit there and be like, my legs are dangling in water. And I was like, damn, man, I had the biggest smile on my face ever because I was like, look at my friend having fun. Look at this
Sam
motherfucker.
got super giddy with that one. It was really fucking awesome.
Yeah, no, I mean, this is weird, but this, someone's got to do the weird shit, right?
Yeah, no, and you know what? We could say, like, there have been a lot of experiments that started out as very singular things and then expanded into something that was greater for humanity, like Viagra. Yeah.
Yeah, do you actually know the story behind that? I think there is actually like a real it was accident for something else.
It's like a heart pill to like help with like blood clots and like
they were like, yes, I'm not having heart attacks, but my dick has been hard for a while. Is that supposed to happen? And they were like, we don't. Let me check with the doctor. And they were like, new idea.
Well, figured it out.
We got him, boys. Good times. Yeah,
But
no,
so
I don't know. I got.
A blood thinner.
I just want to play Sword Art in real life. That's all I want.
oh shut the fuck
I'm
up.
gonna bring up Sword Art on every podcast from now on.
So we'll have this discussion too. So me and Nikon, very well known to love the animals.
Oh God,
The animals.
not this
yeah.
again.
And Curly,
You know,
have to.
weeaboos. It's
Do we
fine.
have to?
no, I just want to have this just real quick. Let me get this
Real
It's
quick.
never a quick discussion. It'll be an hour from now. Like, well, shit. I guess we should end the podcast.
Yeah. But recently, Curly,
I'm
Right.
vetoing this bit. Moving on.
Someone made an Oculus VR demo of the Sword Art interface. I just gotta say, and it's badass.
oh, fuck you.
Go on.
It's a terrible fucking show.
Sure.
It should have ended at the half season. Whatever. Next story. Fucking bullshit. I swear to God. So, all right. So normally you would think this would be a Florida story, but it's an Oregon story. Naked man breaks in the house.
Oregon.
Well, he
Yep.
breaks into a house, gets naked,
Oh.
and then climbs into bed with the couple who own the house.
All right. So far,
and
he's a
then-
genius. I like it.
Mhm. And then he tried
Very
to
smart.
kiss the man who was in that bed, to which he found out that man had a gun. So,
Real gun, or is that just what he's calling?
Is it? Yeah. Like what?
Or was he happy to see him?
well, it just says the man woke up to find the burglar sitting on top of him, holding a knife. And police
Oh,
said
he had a
that-
knife.
Yeah.
That was different than this was like just at first this was just a man looking for love, and he went to the wrong place.
Looking for love in all the wrong places.
I mean,
man.
this is literally up there on like the higher spectrum of wrong places to look
Now
for.
that he's got a knife, things a
He
bit
said, "I'm
different.
gonna love you the easy way or the hard way."
He's climbing on your windows, snatching your people up.
Hide your kids,
we're climbing
hide
in
your
bed.
wife.
Yeah. He wasn't snatching anything. He was like, "I'm staying
You
here
don't know
tonight."
that.
You got me on that one. I don't.
Fucking Oregon News, man, has to put in the fucking article that the victims aren't expected to face any charges. Fucking America, man.
Motherfucker, I'm in my house.
Yeah, a man breaks into your house, sits on top of you with a
I can
knife,
do whatever I
kisses you,
want.
and you are not allowed to fire shots at him? Fucking goddamn it. Miller's over there killing mountains, and he don't get fucking charged.
I'm
for
just
anything.
saying, if a dude got naked and came in my room,
I'm glad you didn't wake up
there'd be
when I kissed your forehead when we were back
there'd
at
be some
Twitch.
shots blasted.
I also love that when Miller said that, when Miller talked about his freedoms, his southern accent came out.
Oh yeah.
Move to Texas.
Yeah, move to Texas. There
That
you
would
go.
be the
I
thing,
mean,
though, man.
it's keep in mind I live in Ohio, so it's not much different when it comes to guns.
But given if it was Oregon or California, if these people had actually hit him with a bullet when he was fleeing after trying to knife him and kiss him in his own home, they would have been arrested. They would have spent the night in jail and gotten kissed up by other people.
What you doing shooting people? He was in my house. What's wrong with you?
Lock your doors, bitches.
wrong
Lock
with
your
you?
doors.
He broke in. Get better locks. Got government subsidies.
That's such a weird thing to do, man. People are weird.
Yeah, no. Like, I figured we would more talk about the dude getting naked.
That dude looks lonely as fuck. I'm not gonna lie. He looks pretty lonely.
Yeah.
Oh no, he ran out of meth and he ain't have nothing better to do.
I mean, looking for love. I mean,
He
this
needs
is,
Jesus.
Also, his name is Richard.
he needs a Tinder app or Tinder app.
Timber.
Timbers for
Timber's
the
can
when
we
you're
make
looking
that
for lumberjacks.
Curly, I will go in on that company so
Right?
hard. Let's. It's like
You're only allowed to sign up if you've got at least a week's worth
You-
of
you got-
flannel and an axe. That's it.
Now
you gotta have some facial hair too.
you have to
That's-
sign
Oh,
up
yeah.
with
Gotta have
your lumberjacks license. Like it checks the database for. Is there a
like,
lumberjacks license?
They have a face scanner that like you can tell that if you have facial hair or not, and then that's how you get into the app.
No, so like at the bottom, it's like, you know, what's it? Well, Tinder's like swipe left and swipe right, and you swipe up if it's not a lumberjack.
Left and chop right.
Cat, get your shit out the fucking trash. Cat. Yeah, I know you hear me. Don't look so innocent.
Timber connecting lumberjacks and lot lizards since 2015.
I'm gonna hold on to that as a show title.
Oh, Timber. Oh.
Yes.
What's a lumberjack lover like? What's a lady that likes lumberjack man called? It's like
Hey, Jack.
All right, lot lizard's pretty good.
no, I think a lot lizard is something completely different.
Isn't a lot lizard like a hooker at a truck stop?
Yeah, I mean it's.
Yeah, no.
Curly's like, yeah. Wait, I'm giving too much information. By
Nah, I was trying to like, you know, I don't know. You say something like that, and your mind you're trying.
It wasn't just too much information. Your mind just went to a bad place.
Well,
a few years ago.
For me, like my mind tried like because you gave me like a title of some type of person, so my mind tried to like do that like Rolodex spin of like faces I know that could match, so I could get like a better visual of like this. And my whole Wheel of Fortune spin of what I think lot lizards might look like just had way too many family members in it, and I was like, no, this is wrong.
Oh, this is a rough definition. A female who sells her body by going from truck to truck at truck stops, usually selling pussy or blowjobs, whatever the truck driver can afford.
I love how flatly you said that. Usually,
oh, I thought this was your next story. I was like, Kaz.
I just looked up lot lizards.
I was like, you're just describing lot lizards. It's not. This is convenient. Oh.
Yeah, there we go. That's a lot lizard for you.
Brawny bitches is what they're called.
Brawny?
Chet, what was the name of
Apparently, they're
was it
called
Patty
brawny
the daytime
bitches.
hooker
The paper towel mascot.
from My Name Is Earl?
What, the main guy?
No, the chick, the hooker.
The hooker.
Oh, I don't know.
Patty?
No,
I haven't
weird.
seen that.
Ooh, yeah, nope, family members. My Name Is Earl was way too close to home for a lot of my extended family.
Oh,
Our last story, speaking of family, so China recently,
oh. I love
Me
it.
Chinese.
God damn.
Go on.
China recently.
Fucking cats.
I can't. As soon as I say it, it pops into my head. It just love you long time.
Isn't your SO Chinese?
Yup.
Yeah.
So China recently repealed their one-child law policy, and because of this, fucking condom sales or condom shares have fallen drastically. So
babies.
Seems legit.
so for the longest time, I think for fucking
It's 40
I don't
years.
even know how long.
4
Yeah,
decades.
they've,
It's
Been a
since the
while
60s.
now.
they've had this one-child policy.
You shouldn't share condoms. Stop sharing condoms, China.
Condom shares.
damn.
That's
Like, yo, bro, I'm already done with it. You can use it. Still gotta-
This
a
shit's
little sticky.
expensive, man.
You just tie it off.
just oh.
It's fine.
I was gonna say wash it out.
You
at
just
least.
use the next link.
Oh.
Just tie it off. It'll
You can
be
get
fine.
like 3 or 4 ties off if it
To be
depends.
fair, that shit stretches.
Yeah,
but it's fun because like
and it is
In-
China, so
in one day, like the Chinese stock market changed because the shares in condom companies dropped drastically, and then the shares in companies that make baby formula and Pampers went up.
no, I mean,
had to come out.
so not to make this like a serious story, but I listen to NPR all the time. Like, this is the crazy thing about China in almost every aspect of what they do. You'd think like, yeah, them crazy Chinese doing their fucking communist shit where they can't tell everyone they can't have a baby or they can't do this or you all have to build stuff instead of doing your job that you want. Like they assign shit like that, and like you'd think like, whatever, man, let them do their thing. But when you have so many people of the world under your control, like you change something like this, and it fucks up things that you just didn't think would even fucking be related. Like I was listening to NPR, and they were like, there's a guy on that was talking about how it's fucking up the whole adoption world. Because like before there was such an influx of female Chinese babies because people didn't want their only child to be a female and not bring the name on, that there was just always just a fucking influx. They were like, free fucking female Chinese babies to anyone that wants to adopt one. And now it's different.
You get a baby and you get a baby.
They're like, oh, you want to adopt a baby? Okay, you picked that one. Oh, that's nice and all. You get like your second one if it's a Chinese girl for fucking half off. It's let's just toss it in there. We'll give you 2 years of this. It's great.
So we see you're adopting. We see you're looking for a boy. But why don't we speed this process along? We got some nice girls here too.
Yeah, the boy's gonna take you 6 months if you got the right paperwork. But I see your credit scores are in the 600s. You know, I could just ignore that if you take this Chinese girl off my hands.
Yeah, no, this is definitely shaking up a lot of things in China, and in Japan as well, because a lot of Japanese companies make condoms that are imported into China. So with
I'm sorry. I know you're trying to talk and everything, but as you're saying this, I'm just imagining like the dude, like the fucking news report, the news radio's on in the corner just talking, and the guy at the fucking condom factory, it just the announcement goes out and he just runs over and he's got to hit that fucking big stop button on the factory. Everyone go home.
We're done here.
They're like, only hit if China changes policies. Boop.
Like there's some movie somewhere where like some dude is like shutting down a factory and puts on his coat.
It sounds like a Simpsons opening sketch, couch sketch.
All right, we just wrote it a Simpsons opening. Look at us.
You can send that check to podcast at dkgtv.com.
Simpsons. Yeah, no, crazy. China's crazy as fuck.
But it's funny because also as I'm reading this, I can hear the NPR like so Japan is definitely going to suffer from this influx of Chinese babies.
Then again, they only raised it up to 2.
Yeah, but still, 1 to 2 for after.
Have one baby, get one baby free.
Increase, Curly.
I don't know. So I mean, I want to make this. I can sit here and have this conversation. I've listened to a lot of fucking people talk about this. Okay, James, thank you for the house.
That was perfect timing, by the way, for that to go off.
Good timing.
Shut it down.
Shut it down. But no, like they were saying, like experts and shit were talking about like how this policy's really never actually done anything for their growth on their economy. It's not changed shit. like they were like, oh no, it would have gotten to this exact fucking population regardless, based on the way that fucking populations change. And so fucking fuck you, China, you're dumb. But they were like, China can't just say, well, it didn't work, so we're gonna remove the policy. They have to like save face and be like, well, we're upping it to 2 now, so whatever. But yeah. It's weird though, but isn't it a weird idea? Like, I don't know if this strikes anyone because we come from different family backgrounds and shit, but like, could you just imagine like living in a place where not just like some, but everyone you know is an only child?
Yeah,
that would be weird.
Like, isn't that just fucking weird?
Like the thing I thought of just instantly is like the playground when you get into like some shit with some kid and you're like, I'm gonna go get my brother.
Yeah, no one's got an older brother.
Like oh, what are you gonna do? Fuck.
Well, someone was saying like, what's it like for like being a Chinese like child, and it's like, well, no, we just like there's a lot more of a risk to taking any risk. Like, you're not gonna be like, you have even more of an incentive to be the perfect child constantly because you know that your parents are counting on you to be the one that makes the family go onward. There's no other options. Like, you have to think about if you're going to be the one that's really going to be the guy that doesn't have a child and doesn't have a person who lives the line of the family on. You have to be the one that's going to be like, no, Dad, I'm going to go to Seattle and work on my art. Like, you have to make those decisions a little bit heavier because there's no other one to like really live up to your family's ideals and shit. That's crazy.
Yeah, no, it's an odd thing. Like, as you said, the current SO is Chinese, and we were talking about the pressure of you got to do good in school because there's nobody else to like take that pressure off of being like, I got a C, but fucking Billy got a D. Like, you want to go talk to him about that?
Yeah.
Like,
You're like, I know I'm bad in school, but fucking my little brother can't walk in a straight line. Ha! I'm the better child.
Right. Like for me, I'm like the last child, so I'm like, the rest of them did all right. like I can fuck up.
That you're expected to.
Right.
You can stay living at home forever. It's great.
No. That's it for news.
We gonna transition to the emails/input because I didn't make a game for today. I'm gonna start doing that, by the way. I'm gonna keep up with that. I'll do the sound bit after bit, but I do have the next game we're gonna play, but just it's not ready for this one, so I'm sure I probably shouldn't fucking tease it. Tease it next time. You should watch this episode. You'll get a game. But anyways, email time.
Time for some cocktail-infused communications.
dkgWELP.
Email.
Now. This one I replaced that last part with a meow.
God damn it.
Just that Merle. MJM83A says, hey guys, UMST3K'd one Democrat and one Republican debate. Which was more fun? P.S. The next debate is November 10th. So, I know it's not much of a question.
This in there yourself?
No, it's not much of a question, but I did want to bring it up on the show because people are constantly asking me to do these debate shows.
Also, I want to be on that next one.
It's fucking fun. I know
It's
that
so
like
fun.
everyone else is convinced that it's the dumbest thing in the world that I do.
Dibs on it.
That's
That's why it's great, because it is the dumbest thing in the world,
Yeah.
and it's fucking hilarious.
Political theater is hilarious and fun, especially in this kind of circus environment that we're currently in. I just don't know how you could take your eyes away from the fucking shenanigans. But yeah, I get tweets like this all the time. This is the first email I've gotten. I did not know the next debate was on the 10th, but
Mark your calendars.
fucking lock
boys.
it and load it, bitches. We're just gonna call it. We're gonna tell it. I think what we're gonna do for those, so I don't try to like overbook or underbook depending on how long they are, is we'll do it like it'll just be a debate in Rocket League day. You know, we'll have the debates, and then since Rocket League is like such an easy game to throw into any time slot, we'll just be either playing Rocket League during it or Rocket League afterwards and whatnot. I want to be there for the next one. You can be there, Pet Vet. It'll be fun. We all come. For those that don't know what it is, y'all come into the fucking Mumble, and we all just laugh hysterically, and then we get really drunk and argue about politics in like a super not serious way.
Really, we all yell at you is what happens.
Yell at me. My politics are straight center, yo.
No.
Mostly.
Honey, no.
Mostly. I'm a super centrist.
Hashtag curly no.
I'm a super centrist.
Motherfucking liberal.
I have respect for both.
Californian.
I'm a Californian centrist. I'm a Californian. Well, I don't know what I
You're
am.
a Central Californian, yeah.
Whatever. So yeah, that'll be on the 10th. Be excited. Get hyped. We'll get some. If someone wants to draw them, we'll get some better Twitch TV.
Debate
Donkey
emotes?
and fucking horse or whatever the fucking other thing is. Emotes.
Just a donkey with your face and an elephant with your face.
Sure, if you want to draw that. Can we not make curly no a fucking thing? Can we not make that a thing?
Oh,
Please?
that is,
It's already a thing.
It's John already.
G Snore is like, I go to other channels and people are like, okay, it's DKG Snore. I'm like, God damn.
Yeah.
That you can continue doing. That's fine.
I've seen that on Twitter a lot too. DKG Snore. Fucking, who was it, Mel? That tweeted
Mel.
UCAS?
Yeah.
Mel's a trooper, man. I'm digging Mel. Hung out most of the time during the whole live stream. It was great. Other question was,
Put the joy of painting in the background. Curly, when are you gonna hop on that Bob Ross hype train and do a painting of a mountain
I
for
thought
us?
I was one of the most clever fuckers in the world. But as soon as they announced the Bob Ross shit,
dude.
I was like, hey, you know how cool it'd be to do a stream where we like try to paint what the Bob Ross is like is teaching. And then I looked at the creative section and it's 300 people doing that. And I'm like, oh fuck me, man.
There was a guy today doing glass blowing trying to copy Bob Ross, but he was doing it like on a cylinder.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
What?
Yeah, exactly. I don't know if he's still doing it. Hold up.
You just watched us all just like glaze.
I'm trying to think of that how that's gonna work.
Cylinder, and he's
Hold
doing.
up.
Huh?
I think he's still doing it.
Do that.
Yeah, he's still doing it.
How you
Hold
do
on.
that? Second question we got: what is your favorite color, all of you?
Green.
Blue.
Green.
Okay, good,
Sure.
fun, awesome. I've ever
You
wanted
didn't
to
answer the fucking question.
green, fucking whatever. It's cool. I answer this question all the time. This one's from Techie Gamer, unless there's another person with Techie Gamer without the H. I'm assuming that's a misspelling. Question for everyone on the show: who on the show would you marry, side ass, and throw off a cliff? I've never played MST before, but yeah.
Fuck, I just want to kill all of you.
Yeah.
I'd marry Kaz, side ass Miller, and throw Nikon off a cliff. I think that's the easy one.
Wow.
Yeah, I think that I would marry Kaz and then side as Curly and
Dude, Kaz is
Nikon
wifey
off a
material so
cliff.
far. He's fucking wifey material.
You know, I'd probably marry Nikon because then we could play League.
Okay, so who would side ass and who'd you throw off a cliff?
I'm gonna have to side ass Miller and fucking fuck Curly.
Whoa! You lose all the project friendships stuff.
No, then he would become like in charge of them. You would have to.
This is more of a programming question for Kaz. Can you
Wait,
guys
I never
play?
answered.
Oh, what?
Nobody cares. We all threw you off the cliff already.
Hold up. I've been thrown off twice, and Curly's being thrown off twice. So don't even start with it.
Benefits like everyone throws Nikon off a cliff.
Yeah, but Kaz's side ass and Miller's probably the marriage material.
Am I getting cliffed?
I couldn't. Yeah, I couldn't
Okay.
bring a black man home to my parents. Are you kidding me?
I'll play League with you, man. I'll play League with you good. I'll be your pocket healer, no matter what lane you go.
Marry Curly. Curly has a job. Side ass Miller is younger and has more potential.
Jesus, he went legit on it.
Well,
JVZ's got this shit down to a science.
It's all about money with JVZ though. He's got that arranged. I'm sure JVZ has an arranged marriage somewhere going on. Like,
That's
like-
racist.
no, anyone can have an arranged marriage. It's more the fact that he's just like, well, it's the most logical solution. I know her parents know my parents, and you know they probably got it all worked out of what kind of dowry we're gonna get. And sorry, I did generic white dad for JVZ's voice.
That was generic white dad. I know that you're friends with this.
It sounds like a really promising endeavor, son. Final question for Kaz. This is just a programming question. Apparently, someone wants to know: can you guys set up playing a game of Would You Rather on the podcast? This is from Captain Nutsack.
Oh, that's dangerous.
It could be something I could throw in the game section if we want to do something like that. I've got some Would You Rathers
also
actually
just
set up.
do it via emails.
They're not good. Would you rather? Oh yeah, you know what? That's what this email section is, son of a bitch.
Or we can do email, or we can do
Send your questions to Would You Rather.
what did jury used to do in chat? while they
Well,
were
I
waiting
can
for
start
Steve.
stealing shows from old NSFW quickly. I have no problem with that.
Lightning round, whatever. The
lightning
fuck.
round or whatever, this or that in chat.
What's the old we'll solve your problems? Like everyone gets like one part of the solve. Yeah, problems over. It's like
Problem
someone
solvers.
repeats the question, someone like fucking summarizes the solution, and then someone comes
And
up
the
with a quit
witty
for the end.
rejoinder.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Oh, I guess what I got to do. I got to start looking at old 105.9 The Cat episodes and just start stealing bits from fucking Brian and Justin.
They're not using them.
What up, Dozy?
Dozy. Welcome, friend. But yeah, other than that, I think the final is a question from the Ask FM question of the day, not submitted by any fucking friends of ours.
It's the Ask FM question of the day.
What would you do if an elephant was charging at you?
Roll out of the way.
There you go. Done.
Dodge. Yeah.
I would die.
Oh, Christ.
If you can dodge a hooker, you can dodge a charger.
If you can dodge a wrench, you can dodge an elephant.
Just jump really high.
Even better, just get on its back and ride it as it rampages through the countryside.
So anyways,
I would just direct it to Nikon. Like, no, go that way.
for those that do not know, the Ask FM / Drunk Kids Gaming is an easy place if for some reason you're adverse to using the email client that you're used to using. If you want to email, though, you fucking can figure out how to email me. Type in literally anything. Type the letter @ symbol, and then type dkgtv.com, and then hit enter.
50,000 don't know what email is.
It's, let me say, and I'm going to cringe saying this, but just in case this gets any one of you fucking young kids to figure out what I'm trying to say, inbox me Okay, I said it. I'll never say it again. And if you say it to me, I'll cut you hard.
That was painful.
God, it hurts. It hurts.
But if that helps you email the goddamn show, then please do it.
Send him a Tumblr message.
Yeah, you spell your ass.fm wrong, Curly.
Is it?
Drunk Kid Gaming.
Sure, whatever. You'll figure it out.
This is why we never get anyone on the show and no questions.
Well, like Curly said, if you want to send us anything, correspondence or emails, you can send those to podcast@dkgtv.com. As well.
Hey, Jade, want to be on the podcast? Okay.
Yeah. As well as we'll have a new shoot next week. You can go over to iTunes and sign up for the show. You can go to the Drunk Kids Gaming website, drunkkidsgaming.com or dkgtv.com, and you can find the show there as well as other great things. Other than that,
look forward to
if you're into Rocket League, you can go to tiny.cc/rocket sign up.
Look forward to November's 24-hour live stream for the Patreon, since you guys are awesome and have put that over that milestone goal. Look forward to it. There will be a quiz later in the week about what hour Curly falls asleep during that one. You get your bets in now. Over-unders.
Where's Mitsula at?
Yeah, Mitsula's got the spread for what hour. It's going with we're going with strong Price is Right rules.
7 hours.
Where if you're over, you're out. So closest
also
going over.
Go to the YouTube and fucking subscribe, because we're gonna start doing Let's Play shit. Probably some.
GBC also notes that single player is allowed in the tournament. We'll put you with a team of other hot singles. Also, introducing our newest venture, dkgfriendfinder.com.
Good times. I do love the YouTube stuff. I really wish more people were there, because it was it's a place that I put so much blood, sweat, and tears into. And there is the next milestone, I think, is the next milestone, where I'm going to put my fucking ass to the grinder, or whatever the term is.
Time jumpers. That's insider information, TJ. Insider information.
Reason we started fucking doing things as a collective so we can help each other and fucking make a lovely place for people to come. So me and Nikon are trying to plan out the Let's Play stuff.
Yeah.
That's the undertailing we're having, which I have some ideas for stuff that we're doing. So does Nikon, and that's what we're working on.
Well, so one of the small things with one of the hindrances of being able to do obviously more edits and stuff for YouTube is that I do a lot of time here. And so then I double that time being offline trying to make video edits and stuff. But if I could combine, so the thing is, when I take time on a Saturday or a Sunday to do edits, I always feel bad because I'm not doing more interactive stuff with the stream. And so one of the goals I would like to do, or one of the next milestones I think to put my ass to the fire again, is that I want to turn that into some kind of stream, some kind of creative stream where I'm editing a podcast with you guys. And I usually don't do it because I get super embarrassed with how bad I am at things. But this will be good because you guys can be like, do you know there's a tool that can do the thing you just spent 40 minutes doing?
Me and Miller were talking about this earlier, because I recently got Photoshop and I'm going to start learning Photoshop. And I was talking to Miller and I was like, because I want to do Photoshop streams. And Miller's like, fuck yeah, I should do Photoshop streams.
I've done a few, and every one that I've done has been really fun.
Yeah, because the thing that me and Miller both realized we love that we get out of it is when you're going through the process of something that you already know how to do, every so often you'll miss something just because you're like, this, and this. But when you're explaining it to other people as you're doing it, you're like, oh shit, I almost didn't fucking merge that layer. That would have been fucking terrible.
I think you also really solidify it as a master of that thing that you're trying to show to someone when you teach it to someone else. From then on, it's like that's burned into your skull. You're like, oh yeah, I fucking totally got this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then I mean, it opens the world up to more tech streaming.
Thanks for following.
Thanks for following the channel, bro.
But yeah, no, we're gonna wrap this the fuck up. We're gonna go on an after show. So definitely thank you everybody for joining us for the live show. Thank you to any and everyone that listens to the show in its podcast format, iTunes, Stitcher, all those great places that you get podcasts. Go listen, like, and subscribe. Give us a number of stars equaling 5, and then look over at your mom and tell her to listen to the show as well, but subscribe on her own device, because then that's 2 different numbers.
Mom, you
Don't
need to
just
subscribe.
Yeah.
Wait, not right now. Sorry.
No. Do it right now. Go.
Your mom's in your room with you?
No. It's called a bit, Curly.
Hey, Miller's mom.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
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 Bye. Good night, John Boy.
Good night, John.
John Boy.
Good night, Mary Sue. Good night, Carol Ann.
Was that the name on that joke?
I almost fully just stopped the stream versus just stopped the record.